The gap between an average agent and a top producer is almost never talent. It's almost never the market they're in, and it's never, ever about the leads that they have access to. Hey, my name is Chance Brown. I'm the broker owner of CB&A Realtors, and I make video content like this because I'm passionate about helping realtors build great businesses. In my career, I've had the good fortune of being around a lot of top producing agents, watching how they work, watching what they do different from the agents that stay stuck around the same production level every year. And here's what I've learned. It's mindset and it's systems. Today, I want to break down both. The way top producers think about their business, the specific daily and weekly habits that they use to translate that thinking into results. It's going to be direct. Some of it might be uncomfortable, but if you're serious about building a big business, this is the conversation you need to have. All right, let me start with the biggest single mindset difference I've observed between average agents and top producers. Average agents think like employees. They show up when there's work to do. They react to what's going on around them. They react to what the market gives them. They kind of measure success on busyness. Top producers think like business owners. They make decisions based on data. They build systems so the business runs even when they're not grinding. They measure success by outcomes, closings, revenue, margin, things that they track consistently, not by activity. The shift from that employee mindset to business owner mindset changes how you structure your day, your week, your year. And here's what it kind of looks like in practice. An employee mindset agent wakes up and checks their phone to see what needs to be done today. They're reactive from the very first minute. Their schedule is kind of built around other people's urgency, not theirs. On the flip side, a business owner's mindset wakes up, executes their plan. They have a morning routine that protects their mental state. They have time blocks for the highest leverage activities that are non-negotiable. And they've built enough systems that most of the reactive stuff gets handled without them having to really get personally involved. One is constantly treading water, the other is building something. Which one are you? Every top producer I know has some version of what I'm about to tell you. There's 4 daily habits. The specifics vary from each one to each one, but the categories don't. Habit number 1 is they protect their morning. They guard the first hour or 2 of their day, and it is sacred. There's no phone, there's no email, there's no reacting. There's intention setting, physical movement, and mental preparation. Why does this matter? It matters because your mental state in the first hour sets the tone for everything else that follows that day. I have urged my agents for years to stop charging their phone in the same room that they sleep in. I think it's super important that the first thing you do is not let the outside in to your day. Instead, you take the day and you're in control of it. No one else is. What does your morning routine look like right now? And is it working for you? And if it's not, maybe take a look at that and start building something for you so that you start the day off in the right mindset. Habit number 2 is prospecting before anything else. Top producers do their prospecting first, before they check email, before they return calls, before they handle admin. Because if you don't do it first, you won't do it. There will always be something that comes up. There will always be something more urgent, something more, frankly, comfortable that you want to do that feels more productive, even though it's not, because you need to be picking up the phone. Prospecting is the engine of your business, and everything is downstream of it. So it goes first, and it's the best hour of your day. The third habit is a hard stop with a daily review. This one kind of surprises people, but top producers stop working at a defined time. They don't grind until midnight. They close the laptop, they review what they've accomplished, set their priorities for the next day, and they're done. If you are a high-performing individual, you require recovery. You grind without boundaries and you will burn out. And a burned out agent is not a productive agent. The daily review also kind of keeps you honest. It's your accountability factor in your business. Did you do what you planned to do today? And if not, why not? And that feedback done consistently is how you improve over time. Habit number 4, every single top producer that I know invests time and oftentimes money in their own development. They are always learning. They read books, they listen to podcasts, they have coaching, they have trainers. They do it all the time. It's not occasionally. It's not when the business is down or when I need to get a spark or anything like that. It is consistent every day. They treat their growth as a non-negotiable line item in their week because the market changes, the industry changes, and the agents who stay sharp are the ones who will continue leading the industry. Daily habits keep you sharp. Weekly systems keep the business running, and there are 4 of them that we're going to talk about that in some form or another, again, every top producer I know does. Number 1 is lead generation. There's a defined amount of time every single week that is dedicated to generating new business. Not hoping it comes in, not waiting around for it, but actively going out and getting it. It could be database calls, it could be circle prospecting, it could be expired and FSBOs, whatever that is. It doesn't matter what the method, it matters that it's consistently done. There is time blocked for it on their calendar, and it is an appointment with their best client, because in a sense it is. System 2 is pipeline management. Every week, review what's in your entire pipeline. Where's every active lead? What's the next step? When does that next step need to happen? It's a 15-minute sit down to look at your business as a whole. It's a very real review because we don't want deals to fall through the cracks. You can't afford to let that happen if you want to build the kind of business that you're dreaming about. System 3 is client communication. I am a believer that your next referral is in the transaction that you're working on right now. And if you're going to do that, then every single week, every active client gets a proactive update from you. Not because they asked, not because there's news, just because consistent communication is part of the service model. Hey, just letting you know, no major updates to detail you on right now, but I just wanted to check in. Here's where things stand. Here's what we're watching for next. Anything that I can do for you in the meantime. 30 seconds, super simple. It prevents tons of reactive firefighting. It makes your client feel like you're out there doing stuff for them all the time. Top producers know this and execute on it consistently. Last but not least in the weekly systems is a team and business review. For agents with a team or a support staff, which is almost every big producer, even if it's a transaction coordinator or whatever, there's a weekly meeting at least once. Deals in progress, priorities for the week, any issues that need to be addressed. Short, structured, consistent. These don't need to be more than 15, 20 minutes. Even if you're a solo agent, this system is great. It looks like a weekly review of your own business. How many calls have you made? How many appointments have you set? Closings projected. The data tells you the truth, and it gives you the opportunity to act on that truth, even when your brain tries to trick you otherwise, or your gut does too. All right, let's talk about the specific behaviors that separate top producers in the sales conversation, because mindset and systems only matter if you're actually talking to people, right? Number 1, they qualify faster and more honestly. Average agents spend time with everyone who shows up. Top producers qualify early and redirect their energy towards the people who are actually ready, willing, and able to move. It doesn't mean being dismissive. It doesn't mean saying, oh, you're not ready, I don't want to talk to you. It means being honest about where they are in the process and setting up a nurture strategy that matches the timeline, instead of spending your best hours on someone who isn't going to be buying for 6, 12, 18 months. The second thing is they follow up with purpose. Top producers follow up with something to offer every time. A relevant listing, a market insight, an answer to a question. Whatever it is, every touch point has a reason. Number 3, and this is a big one and it drives me crazy with real estate agents so that don't do this, they ask for the business. Top producers close, not just closings, they close for the business. They ask directly, are you ready to move forward? Does this feel like the right fit? Can we get the agreement signed today? Whatever that looks like. It's not pushy, it's professional, and the agents who do it consistently close more than just the presentation. They close transactions. Number 4, they handle objections without getting rattled. Objections aren't rejection. They're questions in disguise, and we need to be very clear about that. They're buying signals, and top producers do a great job of having calm, confident, prepared responses to them. It comes from practice, it comes from role play, it comes from experience and being rejected repeatedly. But the agent who can handle that objection more times isn't threatened by it the next time it comes up. So the last piece that truly separates the elite producers from the ones who are just really busy is where you personally touch on every transaction, where you've worked every weekend, you've had no life outside of real estate. That's not a business. That's a job that owns you. And the agents who build real wealth in this industry and build real producing long-term profitable businesses also are very good at building leverage. They hire a transaction coordinator so they're not managing paperwork. They hire an assistant so they're not doing every administrative task. Maybe eventually they hire buyer's agents or team members who can help the business grow beyond the limitations that one person can do. And they build systems so that the standard of service that they deliver isn't dependent on them being personally involved in every single step. This is the long game. You don't have to be there yet, but you should be wanting to build toward it in your business. And so you ask yourself the question, maybe every quarter, what am I doing personally that someone else could be doing for me? And what would I do with that time if I got it back? That's a huge way to understand leverage. The answer to that second question, what would I do with the time if I got it back? The agents who can consistently reflect on that and use the high leverage activities to free more time for themselves to build business, those are the ones who break through to that next level. So I will leave you with this. The difference between you where you are and where you want to be is almost never information. It's almost never talent. You know what you need to do. Most agents do. The difference is execution. It's consistency. It's the willingness to be boring, unglamorous, and do the repetitive work that builds business, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Mindset, that's your foundation. Systems are the structure, and discipline is what brings it all together. If you're serious about building a $10 million plus business, start with the habits. Protect your morning, prospect first, build the systems for weekly activities. Get serious about how you spend your time, and the market is going to do what it's going to do. The agents who win are the ones who control what they can control, and they control it every single day. Hey, if this was valuable to you, I would be honored if you would subscribe, follow, like, share with one of your friends. And if I can ever be of service to you, please don't hesitate to reach out.